Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring a movie review. This time I'm going to be talking about 2004's Alien vs. Predator, which was pretty huge and hyped up crossover movie. I have the DVD right here. Got a copy there, and I also recently bought the Blu-ray double feature of both this and its sequel, Requiem. I have been meaning to do a video on these movies for a while now. I've been a big fan of them for quite a few years now. Especially the predator species. I've always been really interested in them. I'll admit, at least the first two Alien movies are probably better than all of the Predator movies. But I've always found the predators themselves more interesting as a species. I've always felt they're more interesting partly because they feel like they could also be like actual characters, whereas aliens are sort of like, zombies. Yeah, they're cool to watch, tear people apart, but I just get more out of the predators because I feel like it can be, actually good characters potentially. I just feel like they have a lot more going on as a race, and thus they're more interesting to see a movie on and stuff like that, because they're actually intelligent, they have their honor, and different things of that nature. I'll be honest, a lot of people really hate the AVP movies, and this is a review I'm doing at 2 a.m. in the morning, keep in mind, so it's not going to be quite as fluent or on point as I want, but I just wanted to talk about it. So a lot of people hate these movies, but honestly I really enjoy them. I'm highly entertained by both of them. The first AVP I found to be the better movie overall, but I did like a couple elements of Requiem quite a bit. But we'll talk more about that probably within the next week or two. I've been rewatching with my girlfriend, so it just depends on when our stuff lines up and stuff to watch it. Because we watch a lot of stuff together, so. But I honestly really enjoyed Alien vs. Predator. I've been a part of message boards for years. I'm not so much anymore, really, but I have a few thousand posts on a couple of them from a couple of years ago. I've defended these movies for a while. I know they're not flawless, but this one was directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. He's known for these as well as, of course, the Resident Evil films, which I've done the reviews of the first two movies, and I'll probably be talking about Extinction within the next couple days. And again, I just really enjoyed it. I really like the environment in this movie, of course, with Antarctica and such. I like the environment that is brought to the table due to that location, as well as the pyramid. I thought it was a little bit different as opposed to a town or just a woods type of setting. I thought it was a little bit different as far as this that goes. And the basic story, of course, there's this mysterious assignment. Charles Bishop Leyland, of course, is a character who's tied into the Alien franchise a little bit more. He recruits a bunch of people to go on this expedition. And it turns out to be this ancient pyramid who the predators were connected with the humans, various cultures and building. And we find out as it goes along, the various lore of it, or the history, of them, using humans as cattle, sacrificial, because the humans looked at them once as gods. And the predators would use them to be infected by the face huggers, chest bursters, and they get to hunt the aliens. And then the three predators here, who are named in the credits as Celtic, Grid, and Scar, or Chopper Predator, excuse me. They're here to prove themselves, their manhood, to become adults. This is like a rites of passage, really. So I thought that whole premise, gave the predator insight a little bit more into the predator's ways. I think it explained what they are a little bit better than the actual Predator solo movies, to be honest. So I did like that portion of it, and I actually really like the main predator in this movie, Scar. I actually have a figure of him right here, which I can pull out real quick. Yeah, so I really liked Scar in this movie. Actually, this is an awesome figure, by the way. NECA does a damn good job. But I really like this movie. I think it's very entertaining. I know I gotta give reasons for that. Yeah, I think all the effects are pretty good. Of course, there's a lot of it is practical with the aliens and stuff, minus some clear CG shots. A lot of it is still like props and different prosthetics as well as suits. So I think most of that looks really good. I think the alien designs are really on point. Some people prefer the ridges, but I didn't really mind the smooth, skull cranium design here. And some people found it unbalanced in terms of the aliens getting shown off more than the predators. Keep in mind all three predators in this movie are very young and experienced, and yeah, it's a little odd that one alien killed like two of them in a row. But the Celtic and grid fight scene is pretty fun to watch, I thought. And like I said, they're inexperienced, and you get an alien that kills both of them, but then you have Scar, who kills quite a few of them with the plasma caster and survives, quite a bit through the movie. He gets a little more character concentration, then even has a decent showing against the Queen. So I feel like it balanced itself out a little bit more as it went along, as far as for fans. Some of course are divided with the Predator, some for the Alien. So I feel like it balanced that out well. As far as the human characters go, like I said, I really like Scar, the Predator. Him and Wolf I really, really enjoy. I like that Scar actually felt like a character, so that really made it a little bit better for me to watch. But as far as like the human characters, like I said, we have Wayland, which is a solid tie-in to the original movie, so he was fine. I like the scene where Scar kills him. He sees his heart condition at first, so he actually spares him, but then of course Wayland provokes him and gets himself killed. Then you had Sanaa Lathan as Alexa, or she's called Lex quite a bit in the movie. She's an experienced guide. She goes climbing, exploring various environments and such. I thought she was all right. She's not like great, but I thought she was fine in her role. Then he had Raoul Bova as Sebastian. He's an archaeologist, Italian archaeologist type of character. He was okay. So the whole cast is just okay. But there's no one notably bad or anything like that. Like I said, I really liked the designs for the aliens. I thought Scar was really cool. Celtic was while he was briefly there. And I thought, like I said, all the fights were pretty good. I like the final sequence where Scar throws this, of course, the self-destruct sequence begins, and then I thought that whole thing was pretty exciting. And then, the Queen looked awesome in this movie. This Queen's quite a bit, at least a little bit bigger than the one in the original movies, but I thought she worked really well. I thought she looked awesome. Most of it was like animatronic, stuff, so I thought it looked awesome. Like I said, I was just reading about some like facts on IMDb, and apparently it had more like moving pieces than like the T-Rex in the original Jurassic Park movie. So it's one of the most what's the word for it? Like one of the most like sophisticated, I think it said, types of machines like that for a movie ever. So that's pretty cool. It looked awesome. Like there are shots where it's running, chasing down Lexa towards the end, and you can tell it's CG, but it still looks fine. Like I said, there's shots of like the aliens when there's like a mass army, and you can tell it's CG. But again, CG is okay in the movie, so it's not a huge deal. Like I said, I really like the flashbacks and the history given. Some people would complain that it's just so exposition heavy, but I thought it was still fine to watch, and it gave us more info on the Predators than any other movie, in my opinion. So I really like that as well. And I actually developed a bit of an attachment to Scar, like I said. I liked his honor and him actually acknowledging that Alexa managed to kill an alien, even if it was complete luck. I like their little mutual respect they had in the movie and such. Some people again would complain about that, but how people are. And one thing, the movie is rated PG-13, though it probably should have been rated R. I don't really know why they changed that. When almost the whole franchise of both has always been R. But again, it's about money, so PG-13 they probably get a little bit more that way. And it shows, because I think it is the most financially successful of either series. So it wasn't a huge deal, though. I guess there are probably a little bit too many cuts in some of the fight scenes, but I still thought it worked. I still thought it was fun to watch, and I was entertained. I think I said it's after 2 a.m. now, so I'm not gonna be at my best here to talk about everything in depth. But overall, I just think Alien vs. Predator is a damn good time. I was really pleased to watch it again. I definitely enjoyed it. My girlfriend liked it more than she expected to. So yeah, like I said, the scar was really interesting. The aliens were pretty good in it. The Queen was awesome. And the acting all around was okay, but it's not really what we're there for anyway. But it definitely wasn't terrible or anything. So overall, I think Alien vs. Predator is a damn good time. And it's late, so I didn't upload any pictures or anything to use. But if I had to rate it, I'd give it like a B plus actually. I've enjoyed it for years now, and I'm happy to finally talk about it. I'll be talking about the sequel within the next couple weeks or so. So yeah, let me know what you guys love about this one. Love, hate it, think it's alright. Just respect my opinion. I'll respect yours. We don't need to hate. We just need to, talk about what's good. And this is, in my opinion. So yeah. Let me know what you guys thought about it. If there's anything else about the movie you want to mention, feel free to leave a comment below. I'd love to talk more about it. Catch you guys next time for my review of Resident Evil Extinction. Because I still need to see the other movies before the final chapter here, I guess. But as well as my review of the Season 4 premiere of The 100 tomorrow night. So subscribe, and catch you guys next time. Peace.